In this lesson, our students' objective is to plan and conduct an investigation into the negative feedback mechanisms by which systems allow for homeostasis. In this lesson, so far, it's still day one. Students have responded to a prompt through a Google Forms document in which they're responding to a time in which they felt that their bodies were sick or had a fever. What this is looking to do is to establish or to activate prior knowledge in our students to help lead into our lesson today about homeostasis. Our students have responded to the prompt, they have think, paired, and shared with a partner, and now we're reconvening as a class to discuss what they wrote. So thank you guys for discussing your experiences here today about when you weren't feeling too good. We're not feeling too good. What's happening in your body? Well, it's actually out of balance. And in biology, the concept of balance is what's called homeostasis. Can we say that all together? Homeostasis. Perfect. Thank you. So homeostasis, again, in biology, is the tendency and processes by which a system, like your human body, will take to bring itself back into balance. So when you're feeling sick with a fever, your body felt super hot, what happens is your body can feel it's getting too hot now and it will activate a series of reactions and processes to cool it back down. In essence, it's bringing it back to homeostasis. But for that to happen though, we have a few different parts to it, so we're gonna do some concept mapping now. The first part to this is we need what's called a sensor. A sensor is a special type of molecule that will detect when the body is out of balance. And these sensors, you see, are on the outer sides of our cell. And it's called the cell membrane. In the cell membrane are proteins, as you remember from our cell biology unit. And those proteins are going to be our sensors right here. When the sensors detect the body is too hot, too cold, or just actually feeling sick, it can then begin to activate a series of reactions called a feedback mechanism. And feedback is kind of like telling you what you're doing good or you're doing wrong. In essence, for our homeostasis, it actually is bringing it back to good and strong functioning. It's bringing it back to balance, you see. And when these feedback mechanisms are activated, which is a little bit different depending on which system you're looking at, it can then bring it back to homeostasis. So today here in class, as well as tomorrow, everyone is going to be a scientist of the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control. And you have some very unique patients showing some symptoms that are reminding you of zombies. So you'll be investigating our zombified patients and seeing what's wrong with their homeostasis and their feedback mechanisms to see if you can provide a cure for disease.